This is not to scare anybody. This is just to say we're a law firm. So, like, a hospital has an emergency room and they see the worst situations. And so we're a law firm and we're kind of like that emergency room where we see the worst situations. So sometimes you're going to see things like the government sending a notice to the wrong address and someone being ordered deported. We had that situation. We just got that deportation reopened for somebody. They had never gotten the notice of the court hearing. So you want to go onto that website, please check your A number and just see if it says anything connected to your name. If there's no case number found, that usually means that there is no deportation or removal case connected to that A number. Sometimes people have had more than one A number or don't realize that they've had more than one A number. So that's a whole nother story. But overall, this is a very useful tool to see if there might be some type of removal history there. So I hope that I've been helpful. I think, let's see if I answered all the things I hope to cover today. I wanted to cover what to do if your DACA renewal is delayed. I think we talked about the expedites pretty well. How to avoid gaps in status, right, and protect your work authorization. We talked about filing early, even though it seems nuts to have to file that early, and even though it's super unfair. We talked about what to do if your DACA is denied. If it's denied, you want to see an attorney and see what alternative options do you have if DACA has been denied a long time ago. If it's more recently denied, then sometimes a refile or something like that can happen as well. We wanted to talk about why denials can happen sometimes, and we covered that. And we also talked about if you've lost DACA, looking for different immigration options. So don't panic over the delays. Don't do nothing after a delay or a denial. You don't want to rely on incorrect or incomplete filings. We really want to have a good strategy. We got another question. Thank you so much. Amigos, you're being my amigo today. Thank you. Should we check every month? I think it's a good idea, but not to be like paranoid about it. So, like, you can set a reminder on your calendar to do like 5 things every month, right? And then that way it's just like one of the tasks you knock out, and that kind of keeps things a little more chill. So, to check every month your bank balances, check every month your A number on EOIR, check every month if the air filters in the house or something else around the house needs to be fixed, like some type of house maintenance issue. So just make it like a maintenance thing that you're just going to check on that once a month, along with other things you want to check on that just help improve your everyday life. And then that way it becomes ordinary instead of something that you stress out too much about. And then if you do see something pop up that you're like, what is that? Then you definitely want to see an attorney about it if you don't already have one. These were not problems that we saw under previous administrations. So this is very much a like now kind of happening thing. And it's something that may not last forever either. So as we see future changes in politics or presidents, the checking once a month thing may not be something that people necessarily have to do in the future as well. So this may not be a rest of life situation. So great question. Okay, we got one more question we'll take today before we wrap up. So thank you so much for asking. Let's see, the question from Veronica is, if someone has a final order of removal after losing asylum in 2014, and you now have a T visa pending, but ICE may not wait for the T visa to be approved, what can you do? So the concern is, could I be deported while the T visa is pending? So in a case like that, the first question I would have is there a bona fide determination? So is there a bona fide determination on the T visa that's pending? If your case hasn't been pending that long, you may not have one.